A 6'8" forward.
Levine roll.
Yep. He is bad bout of the flu. We've seen more and more of Matas Buzelis. He makes the start again tonight. Accelerating, driving, and just rims out as he challenged Durant.
I like that high pick and roll. That's the play they used to run for Patrick Williams when the
Tobias Harris as he knocks down the jumper. This is a team that Stacey talked about. It's not really a surprise that their trajectory has taken them to this point. They've won more games than any of the last 6 years. Kobe White on target. Sar Thompson aggressively.
They're really making noise in the NBA.
Turnover by Dosunmu. Harris the other way. And in. 7 well documented here in most of their losses, and that has been one of those turnover issues, getting up into the air with nowhere to go. One of the original Cardinals sins of the game. There's White on the drive. Vucevic leaves it for Buzelis. Looking on Harris, late in the clock, gotta go. Forced it up and just Buzelis almost looked like he was about to pass it while he was in the air. Realized the clock was winding down and shot it. Tim Hardaway Jr., another veteran on this group. Those are 0 for 3 to start the night. Vucevic drives on the smaller Asar Thompson. Had it stripped by the excellent young defender. Asar Thompson is becoming a very strong defensive player in just his second year. Trying to figure out the offensive end, but he's had some decent games.
They speak very highly of him. I feel like he's going to be a very good two-way player.
Nice defensive play by White. Finds the slam dunk contest. Bulls in San Francisco on Saturday night. It's Max McClung and Andre Jackson and Stephon Castle in the dunk contest. His leader in dunks now that Zach LaVine is in Sacramento. Another Zealous on the push. That's knocked out of bounds with active hands from Harris. A Duncan 30th dunk as a rookie. LaVine had 45 in his 42 games with the Bulls. Had a nice one the other night for Sacramento against Dallas. This alley-oop, little back cut. Here's Cunningham with the cross against Dosunmu, and he sets up Asar.
Can score.
And he comes back with 2. Cunningham guarded by Dosunmu, same draft class. We talked about this matchup 8 days ago. Dosunmu takes a lot of pride against guys who were drafted before him. Cunningham number 1, Dosunmu in the 3rd. Weighs about 230, 240. He's packed on some muscle.
He plays big. Yep. Always been a big guard.
Giddy. Shot clock's down to 7. Dosunmu stepping back behind the 3-point line. Rebounded.
Drives to the basket. You got to get Vooch inside a little bit, post up, try to play through him. Everything's on the perimeter.
Cunningham off target. Williams came in for Buzelis after 3 minutes.
That's a good defense.
Hassling by Asar Thompson. Williams working on Tobias Harris with a fadeaway jumper that won't out by Vucevic to keep it alive, and it was last touch. Here's Vucevic. Lines up 3. Buzelis and Giddy both came in, and Giddy was there for the follow. Cunningham, the kick. Tobias Harris, no. Nice rebound by Vucevic, was calling for it. Giddy threw it, but off the rim.
Got numbers.
Thompson back, lobs it up top, and Harris is in.
Thompson is a really good young player.
Giddy flew in there for the offensive ball. Nice move.
Right now the Pistons.
That was blocked by it, and the Bulls are going to have to call timeout. Vucevic is hurt.
It's not what you want to see if you're Billy Donovan, your big man going down.
Immediately looking at that left leg is Todd Campbell.
I don't know if he stepped on Durant's foot on the come down. Can't see it from this angle.
Certainly an awkward landing. See if we can ascertain what happened to Vucevic. But good to see him walking, at least on his own power.
Whether the both players' jersey number that we asked for is higher or lower than the previous.
previous jersey number shown on the scoreboard. If the contestant gets them all right, they're going home with a fabulous Bulls fan chain. And Todd's with our contestant right now. Hey, Todd.
Thank you, Tim. That is right. He will go home if he wins with a fabulous fan chain right here with my friend Rod. Now, Rod, we're going to have a little theme for tonight's high-low. It's going to be players from the Bulls that also played for the Detroit Pistons. So we're going to flip over the first one in the deck. There's none other than Ben Gordon, number 7 on the Chicago Bulls. The next one face down is Andre Drummond. When he played on the Bulls, was his number higher or lower than number 7?
Lower?
He says lower. Let's see what happens right now. Well, 3 is certainly lower than 7. You're doing great so far, Rod. The next one in the deck, the great Dennis Rodman, when he played for the Bulls, was his number higher or lower than number 3? Come on.
Higher.
He says higher. You got to go high to get to number 91 right there, Rod. All right, you're doing great so far. The next one is going to be Richard Hamilton, higher or lower when he played on the Bulls than number 91. Not a lot of numbers bigger than 91.
Has to be lower.
Has to be lower, he says. Let's see. You're doing great. One more and you got this, Rod. All right, Derrick Rose played for both teams, but also played for the Bulls, of course. Was his number higher or lower than number 32?
Lower. We're number 1.
He says it's lower. Got to be number 1. Congratulations.
While supplies last, Bulls.com for tickets.
Look at Benny's outfit. He's in a box of popcorn.
That was an incredibly meta moment for Benny the Bull right there. So he's throwing the popcorn, but he is the popcorn. Is he throwing himself into the air?
Is he buttered?
That's the question. But buttered Benny the Bull is what you're asking now.
Slam one.
Beasley fouls Trey Jones, headed to the free throw. Guy wants a pop. Now the appetite is focused on one very specific thing.
Outland on Thursday, February 20th at 7.
Trey Jones is on a 3-team deal that brought him to Chicago. Missed some time early in the season with a couple of different injuries, but he's been a very productive guard, especially a true point guard in his career thus far. He's a decent defender. Fontecchio took him to be in the NBA, an alpha type of player, an alpha type.
You got to see DeMar. You got to see Alex Caruso. Hey.
Williams picks up the foul, first on the Bulls. Cunningham, he is.
The Bulls have to get better at help defense. And that was a drive to the basket, a direct line. And no one stepped up to help Patrick Williams on that play.
Nice back cut by White.
All the rotation right there, the help defense by the Pistons. Fontecchio came all the way from the other side to try to contest that shot. Should have been an and one.
Smith had a nice feed that time. Isaiah Stewart leaves it for Malik Beasley, who has made the second most three behind Anthony Edwards this year. They're the only 2 players that have made 200. White put the moves on Beasley. The kick to Jalen Smith. He lets Stewart clear. Left it short.
Oh, nice pass.
Impactful minutes from Cade Cunningham.
6 assists for Cade Cunningham in 5 minutes.
In 8 minutes. Williams got bumped that with Jalen Smith and Kevin Porter. Had a 3 in his Bulls debut on Saturday. Zach Collins did not play against the Warriors on Saturday with Vucevic banged up a little bit, although he is back on the bench. I'll be curious if Collins gets some run. Williams, a tough shot
by Patrick Williams.
Here's Dennis Schroeder, the new addition to this Pistons team. He made his debut against the Hornets in their Sunday victory. Played about 15 minutes. He's going to give Cade Cunningham a breather. Beasley,
Beasley is shooting the ball extremely well this season for the Pistons.
Good find by Herter. Jones let Schroeder clear and lays it in.
You know, he's more of a small forward right now, 3-guard rotations. He's got to play that small forward role. But he's a very...
Leaving him in there right now. Stewart couldn't connect with Schroeder that time. Bulls on the push. Will be White all the way. Williams. Well, Holland out of G League Ignite. Modest Buzelis' teammate last year. Beasley off the screen, his second 3.
Yeah, they do a...
Kobe White answering. Unable to connect, just around and out. So here is Schroeder playing with his 3rd team this year. Has had a wild last week. Another one goes down.
You've got to get up on him, man. He's shooting the ball extremely well.
Smith on target. Schroeder. Detroit was 0 for 6 from 3 to start the night. And Beasley has caught fire. White trying to hassle Schroeder. And he draws. Dennis.
Like he's got a bad attitude, you know. You know, he's not.
This year. Remember a year ago he was traded from Toronto to Brooklyn. Dosunmu strong drive.
He got downhill quick on that high screen.
See if Io can get a little bit more of that going. Schroeder got dealt a year ago from Toronto to Brooklyn. Brooklyn to Golden State in December. And then last week was traded to Detroit after he had been traded to Utah momentarily. Knocks down that. 16-point lead for Detroit. They've led wire to wire. Phillips, Smith, Dosunmu, Herter, and White. Kobe trying to discard Fontecchio. He finds an open Smith for Herter. Rebounded by B.
Smith struggling right now, 0 for 3.
Bulls haven't hit a three. Schroeder misses a three. Herter slings it our direction.
Clint Eastwood and unforgiving. He's not going, no facial expressions. He just gets the job done.
Dosunmu flips it.